Wally Moon is playing at least 150 feet away from the left field line.
Imagine a time when sports fans waited hours, sometimes days, for game updates. Before 1979, sports were just a footnote on the nightly news. Sports fans had limited access to coverage. Then came Entertainment Sports Programming Network, ESPN.
I'm Jim Simpson, and for the next few minutes, we're going to be telling you all about ESPN.
ESPN started with the bold idea, something that had never been done before: 24-hour sports coverage, a network dedicated entirely to sports. After being let go from his job with the New England Whalers in 1978, ESPN founder Bill Rossum envisioned a 24-hour sports network. Partnering with his son Scott and with help from investment advertisement deals, ESPN aired its first episode of Sports Center on September 7th of 1979. Starting with only 30 employees, a quaint studio in Bristol, Connecticut, and a dream that most media executives thought was ridiculous, Rossum knew he could change the trajectory of sports broadcasting forever.
This is man 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
In the 1970s, game highlights were brief and hard to find. Fans relied on newspapers or waited for the end of local TV news segments to finally receive sports updates. National broadcasts were rare, and only big events like the Super Bowl, World Series, or big boxing matches were ever broadcast nationally.
Muhammad Ali.
Networks like ABC's Wide World of Sports brought occasional coverage, but it was very inconsistent and only aired once a week on Saturday afternoons. ESPN soon put them out of business as being their biggest competitor only 15 years after it aired Sports Center. Journalist Michael Freeman put it perfectly in his book ESPN Uncensored History. The sports media landscape of the 70s was fragmented and often left fans waiting for scores and highlights. ESPN introduced Sports Center, a daily program dedicated to sports news and highlights. The network secured broadcasting rights for the NCAA basketball, the NHL, and later the NFL, providing access to sports content. By 1983, ESPN began international distribution, expanding its global reach. ESPN didn't just report scores, it brought personality. Anchors like Lee Leonard, George Grande, and Chris Berman, and many other anchors contributed to the sports culture of fan-first fun. ESPN introduced highlight packages, real-time stats, and 24/7 reporting. Suddenly, journalism wasn't just about who won, it was about storytelling, debate, and hype. It pushed traditional sports reporters to move faster and go deeper. This helped shape a new tone in sports coverage. Journalist Michael Freeman said in his book, this era marked a shift. Sports journalism was no longer slow and stiff, it was fast and flashy. As technology evolved, ESPN did as well. In 1992, ESPN Radio was created. In 1995, ESPN.com was made. And now ESPN Plus for streaming. Fans can watch games live, track stats, and hear analysis on their phones, laptops, or even while commuting. Miller and Shales describes this as ESPN's second revolution, creating a fully integrated sports media universe. What started as a gamble in Connecticut became a global media empire. Bill Rossum was a pioneer who had a vision to change sports journalism forever. He wanted to provide viewers with the best of the best, including showcasing sports. ESPN didn't just give us 24/7 sports, it changed how we experience and talk about sports forever. As Freeman puts it, ESPN made sports not just something we watch, but something we live.